So I need you to be honest with me. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're drugged today, what are the results going to be?
I'm positive, but as soon as I start probation, I'm not going to.
No. I mean, and does your husband use?
No. Well, he does sometimes, but not like, I told him to not, if he's going to be put inside, not to be like.
So what are you going to be positive for? All right. So how often are you using meth?
Last time I used it with days.
Okay. So how often do you use? 2 CR 7679, State of Texas versus Valerie Castillo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Scott Hill.
And are you Ms. Castillo?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she was currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe she was and is, Judge.
Ms. Castillo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There is a $1,500 fine to be probated, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, sir.
Showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 100 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
State any evidence.
Yes, Judge. States Exhibit 1, all attachments.
No objections.
Ms. Castillo, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, she's motivated to do well. I just asked the court to follow the plea bargain.
Ms. Castillo, do you have any children?
Not with me, but yes.
What are their ages?
The oldest, 23, not 5, 19,
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. You need to speak up.
from 13 to 23, I have 5.
From 13 to 23? And where are they?
They're, well, the youngest one is, I don't know, because like they adopted him when I was incarcerated.
Okay. All right, where are you living? Who?
I was told to, I'm in on my own, my husband.
All right, are there children in the household? If you're drug tested today, and before you answer, know that you're going to get drug tested today. I'm trying to figure out what conditions to give you so that you can be successful. So I need you to be honest with me. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're drugged today, what are the results going to be?
I'm positive, but as soon as I start probation, I'm not gonna.
No. I mean, just here's the thing. Where we are in life changes. So today you have a felony. You're going to have a felony conviction. But when I see you, hopefully 6 months from now, you'll be a person who's improving, right? I don't expect people when they're placed on probation the day of to be perfect, because if you were perfect, you wouldn't be here on probation. So what are you going to be positive for? All right. So how often are you using meth?
Last time I used it with days.
Okay. So how often do you use?
Throughout the day.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Throughout the day. I don't know how to explain it.
All right. So, and does your husband use?
No. Well, he does sometimes, but not like, I told him to not, if he's gonna be put inside, not to be like
Okay.
pressure.
See, here's where I'm coming from, and I want you to understand me. Everybody goes through this life's journey. You may have people who are supporting you, like the cheerleaders in your life, rah, rah. They're supporting you. They're your publicists. They want you to do well. But sometimes there are people who are along for the ride. People who, when you have an idea, even though it's a horrible idea that's going to get you in trouble, they're like, yeah, let's do that. So you're in a situation with your husband where he's not a good influence. And he's not a good influence because he's using it as well. I have no jurisdiction over him to get help. What's his name? Caesar what?
Oriana.
I'm white?
Oriana.
What did she say?
Oriana.
Caesar Oriana.
All right. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
So what are you planning on doing with your life as far as your life stream?
I was looking into both. I mean, the college, cosmetology.
Okay. Well, I don't want to burst anyone's dream, but I will tell you anything that requires you to have a license, they do a background check. And even if you have cases that you have somebody seal them, they're allowed to see what those seal cases are. So I don't know if your cosmetology career is over based upon this plea or not. But before you start spending a lot of money to seek to do that, you probably should do some investigation into that, okay? All right. Are you currently employed?
I'm self-employed.
Doing what?
Cleaning houses and cleaning yards.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facilities, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's a $1,500 fine, probated, 100 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide the proof of the COVID testing. I'm sorry, the COVID vaccination with booster. Court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do, then 40 of those hours will be waived. There's to be parenting classes. Once you complete those classes, then the remaining of the hours will be waived. And I'm going to want triple T parenting for her. There's to be regular reporting in person or by Zoom. There is to be the UA hotline until further notice. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation, and we'll start her with intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want sober meetings, and I'm going to want 90 meetings in 90 days. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. You're going to be allowed to reside with your husband for 2 months. That's it. Then you're going to have to stay somewhere else because he's not going to help you with your probation. If he's using meth, then you're going to end up using. Sort of like me on my diet. If somebody's eating a McRib and I say I'm not going to have a McRib, and they, Stephanie, here, have a McRib. They're good today. I'm going to have a McRib. Because at the end of the day, if you hang around the barber shop, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you intend to or not, whether you have hair or not, You're going to get a haircut. You're going to get a trim. Somebody's going to say, let me just, put a little razor here or there. So you're only allowed to reside with him for 2 more months. Then after that, you're not allowed to reside with him. And if your husband decides to go into treatment and get on the path of sobriety, I'll reconsider that. And I'm doing that to help you. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from me in order to be successful?
No.
Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. You have 5 children and you haven't been raising them. You still have a chance. Get your life in order. And maybe at some point in time, you can be in their life as a positive influence.
A routine felony drug case suddenly became one of the most emotional courtroom moments when a Texas judge stopped focusing on punishment and started talking about life. Valerie Castillo admitted she would test positive for meth that very day, confessing she had been using every couple of days. But what stunned the courtroom wasn't the drug charge. It was the conversation that followed. The judge learned Castillo had 5 children, many no longer in her care, and warned her that the people around her were helping destroy her future. In a brutally honest but strangely compassionate speech, the judge compared addiction to sitting in a barbershop long enough to eventually get a haircut. Then came the shocking condition. Castillo could only live with her husband for 2 more months before being forced to separate if she wanted probation to succeed. What happened next felt less like sentencing and more like a final chance at rebuilding a broken life.